coming to you live from the Sit Your Ass Down studios. Welcome to the Me and D
Pops and Son
podcast.
for that ass.
For that ass,
For that
for that
ass.
ass. No Diddy,
Nothing but. Right.
no
Nothing but.
doubt. Today's September 21st, 2025. Thank you so much for joining us, for watching us, for listening.
Uh-huh.
I want to start off by
Listening.
paying some respects. Rest in peace. Longtime actor Robert Redford, known for movies like The Sting, All the President's Men, The Way We Were, Indecent Proposal, The Natural. The list goes on and on. He passed away at the age of 89. Miami-based rapper Leonardo Mayorga, aka Leo da Vinci, to Dede Lewis, two-time Super Bowl champion with the Dallas Cowboys and cornerstone of their doomsday defense in the 70s. He passed away at the age of 79. To
Damn.
Thomas Tampa Lindberg, the commanding vocalist who helped define Sweden's modern death metal movement with At the Gates, died September 16th at the age of 52. To gaming creator Latavia Deshay Ransom, better known on YouTube as Tata Games, died at the age of 21 after colon cancer diagnosis.
Damn.
Yeah, it's sad. And to Brett James, country music songwriter known for the song Jesus Take the Wheel, he died in a plane crash earlier this
Damn.
week. So rest
Rest in
in peace
peace.
to those folks. Birthdays being celebrated today. Richard Childress, former Sprint Cup driver who formed the greatly successful Richard Childress racing team. He owned the number 3 car that Dale Earnhardt drove in the 80s. Celebrates a birthday. Former NFL players Greg Jennings and Doug Baldwin also celebrate birthdays today. To C Mart, former Cardinals pitcher Carlos Martinez. And an NBA star, artist Gilmore, celebrates his birthday. Cecil Fielder, infielder, three-time NBA All-Star, two-time AL home run champion with the Detroit Tigers. Mahorn, NBA forward, played for the Bullets and the Pistons, several other
The
teams.
bullets.
And
The
then Jerry
bullets.
Bruckheimer, American film and television producer. He's the owner of the NHL Seattle Kraken. So
It's
happy
cracking.
birthday to those folks. It's Kraken in Seattle.
It is.
Sports history today. Ready for a little
Okay.
history?
Yes, sir.
2014, Tom Brady passes for 234 yards and a touchdown in the Patriots' 16-9 win over Oakland. The win is Brady's 150th career as a starting quarterback, joining Brett Favre at 186 and Peyton Manning at 169 as the only other quarterbacks to accomplish the feat. So he clearly passed that because he played, what,
Right.
another 4 or 5 more seasons? I think he
What
retired
year
at
was that?
21,
Yeah.
2021, right around in there.
21 or 22.
Two.
I think it was
Yeah,
22
so he
because he
got a
came
few,
out of
he tacked
retirement.
on a few more to that one.
Right. I think it's 22.
2008, baseball says farewell to Yankee Stadium, the home of baseball's most famous team. 1997, the Buffalo Bills staged the third biggest comeback in NFL history, overcoming a 26-0 deficit to beat the Indianapolis Colts 37-35. The
Mm.
Bills made the greatest comeback in the 1992 AFC playoffs, wiping out a 35-3 deficit to beat the Houston Oilers 41-38 in overtime. I remember that game. 1991, U.S. basketball announces the Dream Team for the 1992 Olympics. 1985, Michael Spinks wins a 15-round unanimous decision over Larry Holmes in Las Vegas to win the World Heavyweight title. And in 1982, NFL players began a 57-day strike. So rest in peace, birthdays and sports
Yep.
history on the 21st. What's on
That's crazy.
tap?
What's the haps with the
What's
taps? What's
the
on
haps with
taps?
the taps? And then
What
before
we
we
got
get going
going?
with that, I misspoke last week. I meant to say Missouri would host South Carolina, not Miami, the U yesterday.
Oh,
The
okay, okay.
Hurricanes played Florida, so my apologies for that. Honest mistake.
Right.
Leading off this week, we got the Ryder Cup golf match returns to American soil with the United States versus Europe beginning Friday, September 26th. It'll run through Sunday the 28th. Some of the best golfers in the world will battle it out. One thing we'll be
Okay.
looking at today, former Mizzou QB Brady Cook has been elevated to backup status to Tyrod Taylor when the Jets take on
Okay.
Tampa Bay Bucks. See if he gets
Mm-hmm.
in the starting or not in the starting lineup, but if he gets into,
I need the Jets to get a win, man. Tampa's been running the division right
yeah,
now.
they're kind of in control. Excuse me. Monday night football, we got the Lions at the Ravens. That's gonna be a good
Okay.
one.
That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good
Thursday
one.
night, we got Seahawks at the Cardinals. That's an NFC West matchup. And in college matchups to watch out for this week, number 6, Oregon 4-0 will travel to number 2, Penn State. So battle of the undefeateds. Number
Okay.
5, Georgia
Good
3-0
one.
will take on number 14, Alabama.
Woo,
They're
you know
going to
that's
come
gonna
in
be a
the
good one.
classic SEC
Yes,
tilt.
sir.
Number 24, Notre Dame, which is 1-2, will travel to
Mm.
Arkansas. It's 2-2. That's a tough place to play. So it's going to be
Yep.
interesting to see if
Pig
Notre
Sooie.
Dame can get their mojo back. I know they won against Purdue yesterday, but can they beat a decent SEC team? In the
Mm.
leadoff spot,
Okay, what's popping?
this was called Damn Dabo. This is about
Damn,
Dabo
Dabo.
Swinton. He wrote a check
Dabo.
earlier in the week that his ass
He
couldn't
couldn't
cash.
cash.
So I got a little sound for us. We listen to Dabo and then we'll come back and comment on that.
So if they want me gone, if they tired of winning, they can send me on the way because that's all we've done is win. So if they tired of winning, we've won this league 8 out of the last 10 years. Is that not good? I'm just asking. Is that good?
Man.
I don't know if that's good or not. To win your league 8 out of 10 years, to go to the playoffs 7 out of 10 years, be in 4 national championships and win it twice. Yeah, we're a little down right now. Take your shots, but I got a long memory in case y'all don't know.
Man.
I'll be all right. We'll bounce back. This is a program built to last. Always has been. Always will be. And I would just say, if you give up on us if you don't believe in us because we've lost 2 games down to the last straight and you didn't believe in us anyway. So it don't matter. You went all in anyway. If you're all in, you burn the ships, man. There ain't no exit strategy. Like you're freaking all in. Hey, listen, Clemson's tired of winning. Hey, send me on my way, but I'm gonna go somewhere else and coach. I ain't going to the beach. Hell, I'm 55. I got a long way to go.
Ooh.
Y'all gonna have to deal with me for a while. I got a long way to go. I'm just getting going. I'm just now good enough to be a head coach. I'm just now figuring it out. So we'll be around a while. Let's hang in there. That's it, man.
Hey, he had something to say about that. He said, hey,
But
I got
then
a
you
long
go
memory.
out and get blasted by Syracuse 34-21, and now you're 1-3. But if you're tired of me, tired of winning, go
Right.
ahead and move on. I'll be gone. We'll be all right. No, you
Hey,
weren't
he
all right. I
said,
thought after that speech, that would get his team fired up to play some good football yesterday. And Syracuse came to play. I saw
yeah,
quite a
they
bit of that
did.
game, and especially when I noticed that they were losing. I want to say it was like 21. Was it
21.
21-3? It was
You do
some
something
crazy
for
score. I'm
me.
like, damn, Clemson's getting beat after he gave that speech. Come on now. Okay, so one thing against Dabo, they say he's very reluctant to get players out of the portal. So he did get 3 players this season that are starters for him. But they
Okay.
say over the past couple of seasons, he wants to do it the old way. Dude, that old way don't work.
Bruh, yeah,
Teams are
you
flipping
gotta come with the
players like
time.
crazy and they're getting their
Yeah.
starters because that's the only way you're going to be able to compete is by having
Mm-hmm.
players that fit your system. You're going to do a better job of doing your research, of scouting, bringing in the right talent that so you can win. Clemson was thought of as one of those playoff teams this year. 1-3, I don't think you're gonna make it.
You're not making that no
You
1-3.
have to run the table,
And you had to have other top programs lose.
right?
Which I don't really think 3 losses already at this point. No, you can hang that up. Hit the road, dude. You see that? Have you seen? I gotta see you that. I gotta
If they're
see you that
tired of
video.
it,
Hit the
get
road,
somebody
dude.
else.
Yeah, for real. I mean, for him,
So you lost to
he's pretty.
Georgia
You know,
Tech. Let's
lost
see.
to Georgia Tech, lost to LSU,
Mm-hmm.
and
Just lost to
they just lost to
Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Now let's see. So they got Uncle Bill coming up. That might get them back on
Okay,
the right track. Then they
that
got
that's they
Boston
can get that.
College. That's going to be a tough game. They got SMU. That's going to be a tough game. Duke has got a decent team.
The way it's been looking,
They got Florida State. They still got Louisville. They got Furman. That'll be a laydown game. And then they got South Carolina. They might lose
I
two more
mean,
games at least.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You already at 3 losses, and man, you might lose with all those teams. Those are tough. Those are tough football
Those are
teams.
tough scores.
And you, where you've been looking, yeah, like you said, you could lose 2 more.
But
You
you
could save face and still have a winning season,
right.
but I don't think the playoffs. Playoffs, I don't think you. No, I don't think you making. How many teams is it still? 14.
Oh, it's still 12. It's the last
Oh, it's still
season.
12.
Yes,
Oh no, no, yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's the
You're not
last
getting there
season of
with 12
12.
teams. Maybe if they extended it to maybe
Right,
16, maybe.
right.
But no, I'm not seeing it with no 3 wins. He doesn't have any like really good recruits, top talent right now. I know he got there's a few guys, but compared to the talent he's used to having, a real top tier Heisman quarterback, Watson, and Trevor Lawrence, he's had some premier talent, Travis Etienne, and some of the receivers that he's had there. No one big Showtime like that, but yeah.
I think he wrote a check he couldn't cash. His ass can't
hmm
cash. You got a
And it's
little
different
bit too
times, yeah.
cocky up on the to the media. I understand his point, but when you're 1-2 and you're expected to do more, excuse me, yeah, you can't come off as cocky. I don't think so. I think he should have been a little bit more contrite and been like, look, we're trying to get things turned around. Hang in with us. You
He
know,
did kind of get a little aggressive, passive aggressive.
you weren't with us no way to begin with. Okay, Dabo. And I was hoping that they won. I was like, I'm gonna let it go if they win, but if he loses, you're gonna be in the leadoff spot.
you go,
you can,
we're gonna have to play that back.
yeah,
We're gonna have to play all the
we're gonna
back.
have to play it back. So I had
He's
it
like,
waiting
damn.
on them. Yeah, and like I said, 34-21, it wasn't even close. They scored some
Yeah.
of those points in the latter part of the game, but Syracuse came to play and they beat them down. All right, we'll move on. Will Notre Dame regret not having an affiliation? Notre Dame is now 1-2 after its 56-30 win over Purdue, but they have their own TV deal.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to suck up to any conference presidents. But as the playoffs expand and the strength of schedule plays a huge role in determining postseason fate, will they succumb to the pressure of joining the Big Ten or Big 12 or even the ACC? So at some
Mm-hmm.
point, do you think Notre Dame's going to have a conference affiliation? I think they're going to have to. At some at some point, they're going to have to buckle and just say, look, if we want to be part of the new landscape of football, college football, we're going to have to join up with someone.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can only stand alone for so long. I think they probably need a Big Ten. I think would be a good conference for
That's what I
them
was thinking.
to join.
Logistically,
Logistically, you're already in
or Big
Indiana.
12,
Or
somewhere
Big
in the
12.
Midwest. You're
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Indiana, so
yep.
anywhere in the
So
Big 12 would
traveling
be good.
wise,
Yeah.
yep. And I think the competition, you still got some strong teams, but if you have a good, if you got a good team, if you got a good class, couple classes, then you can definitely compete in there. Don't join the SEC. I don't think you want that type of smoke.
Not every week,
But yeah, not every week.
especially if they go to
You
a 9 game
right,
conference schedule. You definitely don't want
man.
that
That's gonna be
smoke.
a
That's,
tough
that's going to be
road to
teams in
head.
the SEC that are going to regret that they
hmm
moved to 9 games. They're going to like it for the money, but for the opportunity to get into the playoffs,
Boy,
you won't. Some teams don't even going to get a
playoffs.
sniff of the playoffs.
Mm-mm-mm.
But I think Notre Dame at some point they're going to regret not having an affiliation, and they're going to have to break down and they're going to do the right thing for them. They were in playoffs, they were in the title game, but if you want to consistently be there, you have to align yourself with a conference.
I don't think they're a strong enough program just to
Do it alone.
to
Just
do it
stand alone
alone. I
by
mean,
yourself.
yeah,
Yeah.
just to stand alone, unless you just dominate them.
Disappointed in how they started so far. No, that's why I say that game against Arkansas is going to tell us a lot because Arkansas is kind of middle tier SEC to the bottom.
Right, they
It
good, but
yeah, but they're not the upper echelon. If you lose to them, that tells me you're gonna have to align yourself with a conference because yeah, you're not your strength of schedule is not gonna help you going forward. All right, moving on a little NFL talk. this thought came to me the other day, and is Big Brother stopping the Baltimore Ravens and more importantly, Lamar Jackson from greatness? So the true question is if Jim Harbaugh was coaching Lamar Jackson and some of the teams that he's had recently, would they have won a Super Bowl instead of coming up short to get there under John Harbaugh? Because everywhere
Man, that's
Jim goes, he wins.
he
And he
does. He
turns
does.
around programs and teams quickly.
Real quick. Yeah, within a season. Just give him one season
Hmm.
just to figure it out. But then the next season, oh yeah, they're flourishing. We've seen Justin Herbert just through the first two weeks,
Hmm.
and he's looking
The
the
world.
potential is there. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on
He
that.
did it with San
Um,
Francisco. He did it with Michigan.
yeah, he does it everywhere he
Everywhere he
goes.
goes.
Now, of course, John Harbaugh does have that championship, so he did beat his brother for that Super Bowl. So it's almost well, John got it.
Hmm.
But as far as the development of Lamar Jackson, I
And
think we
that's
would have
more
seen
thinking of.
more of a development as far as what Lamar needs.
Hmm.
Don't get me wrong, I think John's a good
No, he is
coach,
a good
but a lot
coach.
of letting teams get back into games when you're supposed to be closing out games. That Buffalo, you guys should be undefeated right now.
Hmm.
Buffalo should have an L on their record, but now they're steamrolling based on their schedule. You're probably going to meet them down the road in the playoffs.
Oh,
So
for
at
sure.
least you can get your backs on that, but knowing that you should have won that. But as far as the development of Lamar Jackson, we might have seen a quicker progression with him because it's still he needs to like everyone needs some sharpening. And Lamar is that dude, and he's cold, but also just he needs to be a little refined and giving him some that wisdom, and especially with
And having played
Jim
the
being a
position.
him have playing the position, he can tell him exactly what to look
Hmm.
for. Even with the progression of JJ McCarthy, and you see some potential there too. That he seems well coached and coachable. Would they won a Super Bowl by now?
Because
I
they've
mean, they
gotten
should have at least
close.
had it.
They,
They at least should have had an appearance.
yeah,
That year
exactly.
they lost to
They
Kansas
should have
City when they
won
were
that
really
game. Yeah,
rolling.
they should have
That
won
game
that
a couple years ago, they should have
game.
won
Hmm.
that game, and that's what we're talking about with John. As far as like closing out a game, games that you're up in and that you're controlling, but then you collapse when it really matters.
Big games.
With that dude, a two-time MVP, and he hasn't been in the Super Bowl, you start okay. So
What's the
what's going
missing
on
piece?
here?
Yeah.
Yeah. What does he need to elevate the team, or what does the team need?
Mm,
Or yeah, that's tough.
yeah. I think they might have made an appearance. Yeah, we
Hey,
definitely can't say they would have won a Super Bowl, but
right?
I got a feeling that if Jim were coaching that same talent these last couple of years, I think they would have made it to the Super Bowl. He's just a little grittier, a little grimier in terms of his teams. They're
Yeah,
hard nosed. We're gonna play smash mouth complimentary football. But if we got a
yeah.
quarterback who can sling it like Herbert can now under Jim's tutelage, and Lamar easily can, I just say you give Jim Harbaugh, Derrick Henry, and Lamar Jackson and some of those receivers, and then they're
Man,
going to put together a good defense. I think they would have made an appearance. That's all I'm gonna say. Something that John's doing is keeping them. He doesn't actually
back.
play. But again, we look to the
It's like
leaders.
holding them back a
Yeah,
little bit,
something's holding
or
them back. But
it could
just
even be in the coaches that he has in the locker room. Maybe he needs to,
somebody
you
that's
know,
tougher or somebody
someone
who's
who can
more of a
bring. Yeah,
quarterback
yeah.
guru.
Just the luggage that you're bringing with you. Maybe sometimes it's somewhere around there it's missing
Mm,
something because they should be. Now here lately, the defense needs to go back to the old school Ravens defense.
right.
They've been getting scored on like a mug,
Hmm.
so that also
And that's another one of his things. He always has a good
that hard
defensive
nosed
line.
defense.
Yeah. So
Yep.
we'll see. It's just food for thought, something that came to me. A little Major League Baseball convo. The regular season is winding down. We are in the last week of the regular season. So the postseason picture, if the playoffs started today, the 21st, in the American League, the Cleveland Guardians would take on the Detroit Tigers, and the winner of
Okay.
that series will move on to play the Seattle Mariners. And then in the other wild card, the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees would pair up, and they would clash to see who's going to take on the Blue Jays, Toronto Blue Jays. In the National League, the New York Mets would take on the defending world champion LA Dodgers, and then the other wild card seed San Diego Padres will take on the Chicago Cubs to see who will battle the Brewers. So New York LA, they'll play to see who's going to take on the Phillies. Padres, Cubs play to see who's going to take on the Brewers. So if the postseason started today,
That's
obviously
crazy.
we'll know a little bit more next week because it'll be the last day of the season. Looks like this is pretty much going to be the teams that are going to
What
make
it's
it,
gonna be.
that are going to make to the the 12 teams that are going to advance. But man, this season went by very fast,
Then it
and it
very
sucks that the
quickly.
Cardinals don't have anything to say about it, nor your Braves.
Yeah. Hey,
Both our teams
I
kind of
mean,
flamed out early.
we're early. Like from the jump, it didn't look like it was gonna be our season. Just how everything was unfolding. We were getting blasted by teams.
It just never got right, did he?
Never got right. And then based on his success, once he's having a good time, a good season, then you get the confidence of these other players. But no one ever stepped up to the plate besides no one took that
The leadership role,
man,
yeah.
yeah, that leadership role as far as okay, well, he's in a slump, maybe let me go ahead and do something. But no one took that on. So won't be watching no postseason because even if the Braves don't make it, if the Cards make it, then I got someone to watch.
Hmm.
But I ain't really got no dog in the fight this
Yeah,
year.
I'll be watching because I like the
I'll
playoffs.
keep up with it, at
But
least to the World
yeah,
Series.
but
Usually when I watch.
I don't really have a rooting interest. I'd like to
Right.
see the Dodgers get back to the World Series, and I'd like to see Seattle get there. You got
Okay.
Cal, who's had a heck of a season, Cal Raleigh. Yeah, that's really the only person I'm rooting. I'm rooting for the Detroit Tigers too, because they've been
Okay.
underdogs for so long. It's been a while since they've been in the World
That's a good
Series.
storyline and
Yeah,
someone to root for.
but yeah, like you said, when you don't really have a dog in the fight, you're just watching to watch it. All right, I want to talk about Shohei's 50-50 in 2025. So
Fifty
the
fifty in
Unicorn recorded the
2025.
first 50 home run, 50 stolen base season in game's history in
It was crazy.
2024, and then came back with a different one in 2025, 50 home runs, 50 strikeouts. He pitched enough where he had 50 strikeouts. He became the first player since Babe Ruth in 1921 to do it. So that was a heck of a feat. I was skeptical about him getting back on the mound, but they've been ramping him up. He's been pitching well, and now he's starting to pitch deep into games. And they've had some bullpen troubles here lately. So Shohei might be coming out of the bullpen. Wouldn't that be something?
Man.
Hit a couple
Switch
home
it up a
runs and
little
then
bit.
close the game out.
The dude can handle it. Dude is an overall athlete,
Man,
baseball player. They got
he's
him
the
one. They got a
unicorn for sure.
yeah, man. They got a generational type player. But that's crazy. The fact that he still has that production. He's actually making a new 50-50.
Right, right,
That something that we didn't like. Damn, okay. I didn't think about you could do 50-50 that way. But yeah, dude is a monster. Dude is a true beast. But man, too bad we ain't got him.
right, right. Either
I'm
one
about to
of
say
us
that's the type of
can't
player you got
afford
to
them.
hold on to. Right.
Now that Terrence Crawford has shown the boxing world just what he can do, now we've got all these scenarios, dream matchups popping up. Him against Floyd Mayweather. Now to talk about who's the best. And I think we got to
Yup.
go back to something I said a few weeks ago, maybe a few months ago. I think we got to start comparing people in their own era. In
Right.
their own time, he or she
During
was
that
the
rank,
best
yeah.
of that time.
Mm-hmm.
You can't mix and match. You can't say a Bud Crawford would beat a Sugar Ray Leonard, or I'm just using that, throwing that out as an example, or Marvin Hagler. I don't even like the comparisons when they say Mike Tyson to a Muhammad Ali. Just things are
Right. It's just
different,
it's just
eras are
yeah, it's just
different,
way different.
way different. But
Besides the
what I will
fighters.
say, he's definitely the best of his era. I'll give him that. I don't know if he could beat Floyd. I just think he's a better overall fighter and a smarter fighter than Floyd. That's just my
Mm-hmm.
opinion.
It is tough to say. That's real tough to say.
Right.
Depending on what weight they fight at, I
Hmm.
guess they would have to be like at 150 or maybe 147 or whatever Floyd and was fighting at. That's just real. It's just real tough to say because Floyd was facing some good
He
fighters. He was
was.
very strategic
Hmm.
and when doing the fights, but he was always ready. I think he was already always ready, and
I
he
don't
he
think he
won with
ducked and
ease.
dodged anyone, if I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Seemed like he was fighting whoever
He
they put in front of him.
and then he was one of those fighters that you really couldn't tell that boxing was his profession. The way he moves, carries himself, still his mind still sharp. Don't have a lot of scars and
Right. He
damage
never
or
got
nothing
really
like
hit
that. I
much.
mean,
Yeah.
he didn't really got hit like that. Like dude. And just the pay-per-view fights that he was
Oh my
promoting. I
goodness.
mean, you had to watch the fight.
Right.
The allure was it wasn't of course Tyson was on a different level, but Mayweather did a great job of selling the
He
fight
sold the
and
fight like no
selling.
other.
He sold the fight like no other. He made you want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
He made you either want to see him get knocked out or touch, or you rooting for him because you know what he's gonna do. So it was must see TV. I think that's the only thing that maybe fighting wise, yeah, I think Bud could get him, but vice versa. But I know just as far as like the overall everything about it, Floyd was on a
Floyd's
different
the
level.
one.
But
Yeah, he's the one kind when it comes to the amount of money that you can make. Obviously,
right,
Muhammad Ali was a showman. He promoted well, brought people to the fights, like you said, whether they wanted to see him get shut up or see him win the fight.
yep,
But as far as the making that dollar and getting to that bag, Floyd figured it out, and he figured out the best way for me to do it is to promote the fight and have a piece of the fight, the ownership
yep,
rights of it, whether it's gonna be part of the
mm-hmm.
gate or part of the promotion package. I'm gonna get paid every which way
I
but
gotta get
loose.
paid. Yeah, yeah, exactly,
I'm
right,
getting paid on all levels. I'm gonna
mm-hmm.
promote it. I'm gonna hide it. I'm gonna be part of the everything about the fight. I'm gonna have a little piece of it, and then I'm gonna bet on
Absolutely
myself to win the fight
to win
and
it.
make some more
Mm-hmm.
money. He figured that part out. One thing that I've been hearing over the last week, the possibility of Terrence Crawford fighting David Benavidez probably won't happen just
Yeah,
because he's a bigger fighter. And as Terrence Crawford said, that even if he came down to 168 after the weigh-in, he can go back up to his
right.
light heavyweight
No,
status. He'd be coming in at 190, and Bud would be 168. That's a mismatch.
that ain't
Yeah,
fair.
that
Yeah,
wouldn't be
that's
fair.
30.
So they'd have to
No.
put in a weight clause after weigh-in
Oh
for
yeah, you
for him
can't. You
to be able
can't.
to take
Yeah,
that fight. So which I don't think that'll happen. I don't know if Benavidez wants to get paid. That's the fight, and then
he needs to get somebody.
his trainer B Mac, whatever they call him, said that Bud is fighting one more fight. They say the way they train is for him to fight at least one more fight after this.
Mm.
So I don't know
Who?
who's out there, D.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's gonna take that man, and is it gonna be at 168 or where is he gonna fight
Right? Or
him?
will he
That's gonna
go
be another. That's
down?
another good question. Right?
Or will he
Which
go
belt
up?
is he gonna defend? Right? Which belt is he gonna defend?
You got all of them now, baby. You got
So
all the
he can
belts.
pick and choose whatever is best for him, and like you said, money wise too. Go ahead, get your bag, because
The time is
you left
right.
some chips. You left some chips on the table with that Canelo fight. If you only wanted 10 million, I'm
That's
just
he
gonna.
true. That's all he wanted, D. He
That's crazy.
he bet on himself.
I know humility is important, but damn.
So is that cheese.
So I at least could have got another lease. Come on. He
He's
at
gonna
least
get it
got
on the back
50.
end. I think he's getting it
Right,
on
yeah,
the
he'll get it. Yeah.
from a piece of the gate. All right, now it's time for Pops's pop culture question of the week.
Pops' pop culture question of the
Yes,
week.
sir. So, do you care that the much rumored, now confirmed fact that Cardi B is pregnant with New England Patriots wide receiver Stephon Diggs' baby? Do you give a F? I'm happy for
Do you give
him,
them
but I really don't care, man. That's really none of our business, is it?
Nah, I guess not really. I guess the only thing, because I was going to do that for that juicy news.
Oh my,
So no, it's all good. We could talk about it right now.
yeah,
Now, I think it's more, I guess it's the more of just like how quick it was as far as just
yeah, that part, yeah.
they just got in a relationship, the toxic relationship with her and Offset, and then Offset was throwing shots at Stephon Diggs because Stephon Diggs really hasn't been performing here lately as far as the Patriots. His production hasn't really been at that level of where they used to
His
be.
mind is
Uh,
definitely elsewhere.
it's definitely somewhere else.
Hmm.
And yep, just the fact that they hopped in and shoot, they got pregnant. Especially all the stuff we've been seeing on the boat. He on the boat
Right.
passing out candies to the candy. But yeah, do I really care? Nah, I don't give a damn. That's good for y'all.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are happy.
I guess
Hope you
I
guys
didn't
can both
understand all the
the
secrecy. I know you
right.
want your business for yourself, but you kept denying it. You're halfway denying it. If you are, you are. If you're not, it goes with the territory. I guess a lot of people were critical because the one baby's not even a year old, right? I think that's where some of the
Um.
criticism came
Oh, I guess
from.
because she just had a
She just
baby
had a baby, and
with Offset, right? It was with
yeah,
Offset.
with Offset.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
They got a yeah. I think they got.
supposedly because they say kind of stuff was crossing the lines. That's the other thing.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
now that's where your juicy news comes in. Is was she messing with Stefan all along while
Right.
her and Offset were drifting into the
Apart.
sunset? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because he had done his thing on the side.
Oh yeah, on the record,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
so I think that's your juicy news of it. Part of the pop culture question
Is
of
that
the week.
Offset's baby, or is
Oh,
that
you mean
Stefan Diggs' baby?
this one?
Yo, the
Her
one
third one? But they
yeah,
think
the
the
third
baby's
one, the
name
one
is
the
Blossom.
newer one.
Someone told me. I don't know that to be true. I think someone said the baby's name is Blossom. I
Okay,
had never even
I have to
heard a
check the name
name.
of it. Yeah, me either. They keep it under. They definitely keep it under
Right.
wraps. But
All I know is
yeah, I
culture,
mean,
culture, culture.
but yeah, it is. Is there a certain time? I guess, especially if she's, if not really, if it ended like that, you know what
If
I'm
we were
saying, ended
through,
on
we
bad
were through.
terms. It was almost like you think it's like almost over. I'm sure she wasn't trying to get pregnant, but definitely wasn't not
Right. They
trying to
weren't
get pregnant.
preventing anything. Yeah, they were
Right, that's what I'm
taking
saying. You definitely
preventative
weren't using
measures.
right preventive measures to not get pregnant, especially because you already know what happens. But maybe is that one of those deals? It's like, hey, I got a new baby daddy now.
I'm the pappy.
Sticking it to Offset. Like,
Right.
you ain't you can't hold that over my head because I got another
Kind of
baby
moved
daddy.
on. Yeah.
Right, I've definitely that if that's moving on for sure.
That's a definite sign that
That's a
I've
definitely
moved.
something. There's no way you guys are getting back together. It's over.
Damn. Say it's really over, huh?
Yeah, that's definitely over,
Her album did
whether you wanted to
release
or not.
on Friday. Heard good
Right.
things about it. I heard a couple songs. One of them, she's got Janet Jackson on there, kind
Okay.
of remake of Pleasure Principle. It's not too bad.
Okay.
The one song we already know, Outside, and she's got a couple other ones. Yeah, She-
Yeah.
it'll
I
do
mean,
okay. She'll make good
right.
money off
She'll
it.
be able to tour off of it. She'll be able to. That's the
She'll be
big
able to
thing
pay for
is
the Pampers, I'm sure.
right. Yeah.
They won't have any
You'll be able
problem
to tour,
paying for Pampers.
and you can make a lot of that money touring too as well.
Oh my
Once you go
goodness,
to
that's all free money. You just had to
that's
pay the
all money, and
production,
you
and
got new songs to perform too. Yeah, that's where you make that bread is when you tour, and so should be cool.
speaking of that, they
But
said that after her first album came out, that she had an offer to do. She had enough clout that she could perform at the Super Bowl
damn.
halftime show. Now she definitely has enough now.
Mm-hmm.
Her music catalog is pretty deep. But
She got some
this was
hits.
after one album, and she had what 3 or 4 off of that. That
No,
yeah, she could put on
she
a
can do a
pretty good
halftime show.
concert.
Yeah, she can put on a halftime show for sure. She definitely got some hits.
Wonder why C Breezy's never done it. You talking about a catalog? He's got a catalog that kind of
What?
rivals
Oh my
Usher.
god!
Between him and
Right?
Usher,
Might
they
be.
probably have some of the deepest catalogs of just hits.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Chris Breezy. Now he might have a bigger catalog now. Quality Usher, but I think as far as the bag that he can go in of just hits, just hooks too.
Right.
Songs he featured on that were
That's how I was getting
hits.
ready to say. Yeah,
He
some
might
of
get
his
him. He might just
features.
get him have the features too. Is just yeah. I wonder why he stayed away from that, or maybe it's never been
It
presented
might
to
not
him.
have been
But
presented to him, and now
I
Jay
know he
Z
was
is
gonna do a
over the
lot of that.
music part of it.
Right, that
I'm just wondering
turmoil.
what their relationship is like. Is that would be
Right.
something to see? 15 minutes of C Breezy.
It that might have something. That might have something to do with it too, because Rihanna was signed with Jay Z, and
Oh
Chris
yeah,
Brown and
yeah,
Rihanna had
yeah.
a little thing, and that kind of maybe not reason why
You don't want to
he's
fool
back
with
in the
him.
good grace, right? Good graces now, but for a while there, his image wasn't the best to be associated with.
Right. Yeah.
But that was a long
That was a
time ago. But
long
still,
time ago,
that's
long,
still
long
long.
time
And
ago.
now it's been, but yeah, Breezy got them hits, especially now too.
And it just seems like
Breezy
every
got
week, not every
hits.
week, but just about once a month, something
He got
else
a new
comes
song on the
out. Yeah.
radio. Yeah,
Something
he got
else
a
is
new
coming
song or he
out.
got a new feature. He's featured with some type of artist. Dude stays
He
working.
does stay busy. Bag is increasing. All right.
Crazy.
Time for the wild, the weird, and a tribute to Michael Jackson? Question
Man,
mark.
and a tribute to Michael
On
Jackson.
September 2nd in Cranford, New Jersey,
Cranford.
resident Will Philly appeared at a town hall meeting to ask questions about a recent property tax hike. But before he uttered a word, he performed a wordless robot dance without music and spun on the floor. Then he asked, "How was everyone's weekend?" He went on to ask a few specific questions about taxes and school expenses, then gathered his papers from the podium and moonwalked back to his seat. Oh, and Thilly is a candidate for the Cranford Township Committee. That wild and weird news came courtesy of WABC TV.
So what was he? Was he? What was that? Why did he feel like he needed to break that out?
They don't know. They just said he just started dancing, asked a couple questions, then picked up his papers and moonwalked back to his seat.
the, sp- the spirit of Michael is it living through him? That was Michael. He said, "I'm here." He said he gave
Hey,
reincarnated.
Cranford.
That is hilarious.
That's
But I don't
wild and
know it.
that's weird.
Right. We all love Michael Jackson. From time to time, we catch the urge to do a little move, but right then, we'll provoke
We'll
that.
provoke that. We brought that on.
Man.
Yeah, that was wild and that was weird. That caught my attention. I'm like,
And a tribute to Michael Jackson.
then the dude just moonwalk right back to his seat.
I'm sure everyone was like, was he doing
And he needs to be on the committee. And sit your ass down. I know
Man,
that's
he
what
said,
they want
hey.
to tell him.
Right.
All right, so we've already done our juicy news, and
Yeah,
as
we already done.
always, it is powered by Excess Energy. I'll be having one as
Yes,
soon as we
sir.
finish. Hadn't had
Yes,
one
sir.
today. Could use a little pick me up me
Just a
pick.
little pick me up. Afternoon.
All right, so we're gonna move on to our pops, flops, and props.
Okay, pops, flops, and
Pops,
props.
flops, and props. Who you popping, son?
Pop's gonna go to the Falcons. We got a good win against the Vikings last week. Hopefully, we can get a dub against the Panthers this week. It looks like we already missed a field goal
Oh,
from the
really?
new kicker.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
seems
did
like we already
wave
missed it.
coup.
That's what I was trying to look at. That's why I was trying to look at my phone. I was trying to keep to see what we were doing because we were driving. But yeah, it did. Yeah, we're losing right now, 7-0 to the Panthers. So
Damn. My pops could go to the Missouri Tigers after I had them playing the U last week. They actually played South Carolina, played well, hung in there. And they did win. They're
okay,
actually playing well in the SEC. Matter of fact, they've
nice.
got one of the longest home winning streaks. I think it's at 14 games now
Damn,
of any
going to the
team.
zoo.
So yeah, they're playing well, but I just caution. I think once that SEC gauntlet gets to going, we might see the real Mizzou. So anyway, we'll see what happens. You flopping, son? Who you flopping?
Flops is gonna go to the man Joe Burrow and the Bengals, man. That offensive line, man, they can't keep that man upright or healthy.
Dang.
He's not gonna have a long career if you guys can't get someone to protect his rear. Pause.
Right.
It's gonna be tough for him because he was just with the last year or whatever was the comeback player of the year. How many comeback player of the years is he gonna get? Just keep him on the field and keep him
Right.
healthy, man. That was my flop. So he's gonna be out. They said about 3 months.
That ought to be a flop to the front office too. You put all your money in your talent on the outside, your skill position players on the offense, but your interior, he spent no money there to protect the man, like you said.
You gotta
He's gonna
protect
have
the
a
man.
short career. All right, mine's gonna go to at the time they were the number 9 ranked team. Illinois lost to Indiana 63-10 yesterday, which goes to show every time we hype up, and not us per se, but people get so excited about Missouri football and Illinois football. Somehow they always come back crashing to earth. So 63-10, and of course to Clemson failing to do anything after Dabo's speech, his going at the media this past week. Yeah, yeah, that's a flop. Who you propping, son?
Props reluctantly is going to go to the Buccaneers. They starting 2-0, leader in the division. They beat us, and then they beat a good Houston team as well
On Monday Night Football, yep.
on Monday night. So we're chasing them, but I'm gonna give them a little props because they're rolling the division right now. So hopefully we'll see. But I'm gonna give them their props, man. I'm gonna give them a little props.
All right, I'm gonna give my props to Stephanie McMahon for being the first person to be announced for the next WWE Hall of Fame induction. They announced that last night at the
Okay.
WrestlePalooza that was brought by ESPN. It was a good production. Good production for their first
Yeah.
foray into wrestling. So props to Stephanie McMahon. She has done a lot for the WWE.
Right.
Her
Oh
time
yeah, she's been
there,
around
now
for a
that
long
she's
time.
married to Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so good for her. From humble beginnings in the WWE to Hall of Fame status. So
Right. That's crazy.
yeah, that's props to her. All right, son, we're at that point where we tell someone to sit
Sit
your
your
ass
ass down.
down. Man,
Man,
sit your
sit
ass
your ass
down,
down,
please,
please,
and thank you.
and thank you.
All right, son, who you telling?
My sit your ass down is gonna go to. It was just gonna be Young Hoku, the former kicker of the Atlanta Falcons. We released him, and then we thought we had a new kicker, Parker Romo, who went 5 for 5
Yeah, he carried that
last week
game
against
Sunday
us
night.
and literally won us the game. But I'm gonna have to say sit your ass down to him too, because he just missed one and missed one. So that whoever is in charge of our kickers, we cannot lose games because we can't hit field goals.
Right.
Man, sit your ass down. If you a kicker, man, do your job. I know you're gonna miss a couple, but damn, we just got rid of Koo. You're gonna be the new starter. And now you missing. We should have kept two. We should have kept Koo.
Just
Should
let
have
him
kept them
sit
both
back
and
and think
see.
about it for a minute.
Yeah. See who let's do a kicker competition. Who can hit it?
Have a kickoff.
Whoever gets it, have a kickoff. You gonna stay. You gonna get one. You'll get the other. This is
I,
crazy. We should not be missing field goals like this. Like who is in charge of scouting the talent for a kicker?
right.
Sit your ass down and do your research. But man, yeah,
Told you
let's
that
sit your ass down.
the cure for that, for every field goal you miss, get 10, 15 players on that next Monday. They just get to each one of them gets to kick you up in the ass.
Put the
Put
pressure
that
on it.
pressure on them. I
Put
guarantee
that
you, if
pressure
you
on it.
know you got 10 to 15 players lining up to kick you two to
You
three
gonna hit that
times,
kick.
depending on how
You
many,
gonna hit that.
yeah, you're gonna make those field goals. We won't hurt your pocket. We're gonna hurt your ass, literally. Oh, so I
Oh.
tell you to sit your ass down. Mine is gonna go to Mike McDaniel, head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Even though they did look better Thursday night against the
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo
They did.
Bills, they played a lot better. He's got a brilliant offensive mind, but as a head coach, he needs to sit his ass down, especially when you get up in front of the media and you say things like, to win games, you have to win the game, not lose the game. Man, sit your ass down. What are you talking about? We know
He's
that
an
if
odd
you don't
fella.
win the game, you didn't win the game. You're not even ready for your press conferences, let alone running a 53-man roster and a practice squad and everything that head coaching
Right.
entails. Everyone is not cut out to be a head coach. That's okay. You're a great offensive coordinator. You got a great offensive mind, but your team is 0-3. Man, they're looking to get rid of you. Just go on and sit your
Mm-hmm.
ass down and STFU.
Sit down. Sit your ass down and shut the fuck up.
Exactly. All right, son, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Fast
Man, great
moving, fast
episode.
paced as
Yes,
always.
sir.
Don't forget your merch, folks. Get that
Don't forget that
merch. We
merch.
got
Get
all
that
kind of
merch. Get that
merch.
merch.
If you
That
check our
merch.
site, MGD Apparel, I just put those sports mugs
Got
up
some coffee
there.
mugs
Yeah, get your favorite
on a
team on there
mug.
on a mug.
You can get your favorite team on a
On a
mug.
mug. While you're sitting there
On a
drinking your
mug.
favorite drink, you be like, that's my team. Or you might
On a
look at it
mug.
and smash it and call us and or email us and get another one to replace it. Don't forget your merch. We got the shirts. And also don't forget, we can do whatever you need. If there's a special
Whatever
event
you
that you have coming
want.
up, work shirts that you want your own emblem, your own business, get with us. We can take care of all your needs. All right, man. As always, we appreciate the listeners and the watchers of the Me and D
Pops and Son.
podcast.
For that ass.
For that ass.
For that ass, no
For
Diddy.
that ass, no Diddy. All right, detail,
Shoot.
son.
Hey, y'all, but until next time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna holla at you.
Holla.